While the road to the chase is getting shorter, and tonight there's nowhere to hide for the Smokin Thunder Championship contenders to hide. With only 3 weeks remaining before the chase begins, the field arrives at Iowa Speedway, knowing that every position, every stage point, and every mistake could influence who advances into the championship fight. While at Iowa, it's only 7/8 of a mile. This is no ordinary short track. While the speeds are high, the corners feature progressive banking, and the racing line can move from the bottom of the racetrack towards the outside wall as the run develops. Drivers are going to have to preserve their tires, maintain momentum, and negotiate traffic with almost no time to reset between corners. For those securely inside the chase picture, tonight is an opportunity to strengthen their position and build momentum. For those sitting near the cutoff, patience is becoming a luxury they may no longer have. One strong performance can change the complexion of a season, but one mistake at Iowa can erase months of work in a matter of seconds. The pressure is rising. The championship window is beginning to close, and the fastest short track on the planet is ready to test every contender. This is Smokin Thunder at Iowa Speedway. With just 3 weeks remaining before the chase, let's go racing. Welcome in, everybody, to the Rolling Thunder Arca Rookie Series. As qualifying begins to come to a close, let's take a look at the qualifying order thus far. Most drivers, if not all the drivers, have gotten their laps completed. Cody Baumeister, Brett A. Bay, and Kenneth Brown refusing to run laps up until this point. Welcome in, Charisse, to the YouTube chat. Thank you very much for your love and support as always, ma'am. Hopefully the move is going all right. We were told you might not be here tonight because of it, so hopefully everything's going as smoothly as they possibly can when dealing with a hectic time like that. Kyle Shepard tops the charts right now with a 22.87 best lap, last lap. Brandon Biddy in P2, who's leading the championship charge. Damon Sabo, Cody Deek, Scott Dross, Timothy Watson, Colin Swanson, Jonathan Kibbe, Cody Kassler, Anthony Bissell, Tanner Honeycutt, Mark Ouellette, Paul Dirk, Frank Ranger, Bryce York, Kyle Wells, Dwayne Pierce, Alan Bergen, Trevor Banks, and then we have the non-qualifiers, Baumeister, Bray, Spencer, and Brown not setting times just yet. As we take a look onward to the chase, folks, let's hear your predictions in the chat. Who's going to come out on top and who's going to be the bridesmaid this time around in 3 weeks out from now? Who's going to be on the edge of the chase? And when the points get restacked and re-racked, who's going to come out on top when it begins? Qualifying coming to a close. Let's take a look at our grid, shall we, as the drivers get lined up in the very short pit lane. It'll be Kyle Shepard and Brandon Biddy on that first row. Then on the second, it's going to be Damon Sabo and Cody Deek. Following that, on the third, it's going to be Scott Drost and Timothy Watson. On the fourth, it's going to be Colin Swanson and Jonathan Kibbe. On the fifth, it's going to be Cody Kassler and Anthony Bissell. On row number 6, Tanner Honeycutt and Mark Ouellette line up alongside each other. Row number 7 belongs to Paul the Old Man Dirk and Frank Ranger. Look no further than row 8 for Bryce York and Kyle Wells. Following Wells, it's going to be Dwayne Pierce in the Scooby-Doo livery and Alan Bergen in his Chevy. Trevor Banks and Kenneth Brown round out row number 10, but that's only halfway through the starting order. Brett A. Bay and Jacob Spencer are in row 11. Cody Baumeister brings up row number 12, and that will conclude the starting order. Therese calling it a kibby bitty brawl. Let's see if that's going to be true, folks. Driver is ready to take to the start here. Bated breaths held behind the pace car. Now, Biddy has been a commanding driver this entire championship run. What can he do from P2 this time out with 115 laps on the clock? Stage break coming in at lap 50 to separate the field. Probably going to get 2 laps behind the pace car here before we get rolling. Yep, 2 indeed. So much to be said about this racetrack that is so new with its roots just opening in 2006. It's a 4-turn asphalt tri-oval by definition. And here we go, ready to take the race start here on this tri-oval. It's green, 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 and Biddy already has the leapfrog run on Kyle Shepard. Down low to the inside line. It looks like a good run for that 115. Shepard tries to snatch back. Biddy's a little loose on exit across the cracks in the asphalt. It gets a little undulating. Now back into the patches here throughout the corners. You can see the difference in the asphalt between the corners and the tri-oval section. There comes the 76 charging down on the 1-4. I'll get right up against that door, but no touching there. Just like at the Gentleman's Club, you can look, but you can't touch. Therese knows exactly what I'm talking about. She's gone to a few clubs in her day, I can only imagine, before settling down. Looking for the back, Trevor Banks and Brett A. Bay challenge the 89 up the road, Alan Bergen. The driver up the road. Taking a look here from the TV camera. The Scooby-Doo 77, Dwayne Pierce, rides up the road. Gonna be a quick, surefire shot here. Oh no, we've got trouble! Oh no, we've got trouble, big one. Scott Dorst involved in that incident. Let's see if we could DRSN replay of what happened here to Dorst. Did he get a little loose on his own? It looks like it, perchance, per maybe. And a couple cars getting loose in sympathy, and then the 42 comes up the racetrack, and that'll bring out a couple of cars to overreact. Ooh, the 14 going door banging And then that'll bring out the surefire caution after that. No, Charisse. You know exactly what kind of club I'm talking about. You know exactly what I meant. You're a party animal, and we know it. We know it, Charisse. Don't hide it from your friends. 5 gained here for Anthony Bissell, the fisherman, looking to catch himself a few stray points on his road down to the chase for the Zip Tie Bandits. He'll be one of the hard chargers tonight, as we have a few. Brandon Biddy starting in second place, running in first now. Toting the line between Hero and Zero right now, as he's done half of that story so far. And now he just needs to keep it pitch perfect to the very end of the checkered flag. If only it was so simple, right? With it being such a short track, traffic is going to be a problem for the drivers as well. You know, traffic is going to become a major factor quickly on a track measuring less than 1 mile in length. You know, it's fast enough to punish hesitation and small enough to punish impatience here. See if the lights go out on the pace truck there. I was going to drag in Brandon Biddy to talk to him, but now that the lights are out on the pace truck, we have less than a mile around Iowa to talk to him. Let's see what Frank Ranger's up to in Animal Racing. Hey, Frank Ranger, this is Sagarboxy up in the broadcast booth. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
Good. Just wanted to check in real quick before we go green flag running. How are things going?
Things are going good. First time running this track, so we'll see how the night goes.
Sounds good. Anybody you'd like to shout out or anybody you'd like to thank, Frank?
I'd just like to thank yourself for broadcasting and the league itself.
Thank you to the league indeed. Thanks, Frank. Take care. Good luck.
You too, sir. Thank you.
I love hearing that gratitude from the drivers. Not only, oh, green, excuse me. As the racetrack is so short, Biddy surprises even the 76 with that restart. Cody Deek nearly back a 1/10 of a lap already. And that's saying something. Biddy with a disconnect, but he's back in action. The gap almost at half a second on the opening green flag stint. Anthony Bissell and the Zip Tie Bandits trying to do work right now, getting some love behind from the number 13 of Jonathan Kibbe. Kibbe's trying to get hay while the sun is shining. Sees the Raw-mobile up ahead and says, smoke that, and throw that into your pipe and smoke it while you got it. Dwayne Pierce. Oh, let's take a look at the battle up here. 26 and the 115 getting a little squirrely whirly with each other. That'll be Kyle Shepard and Timothy Watson, the AWR driver. A driver can spend several laps setting up a pass here because maintaining momentum is just as important as making it to the inside. There we can see it didn't work out for Timothy Watson, but it did work out for Kyle Shepard. Biddy's almost running a 1 second gap now on the field. Correction, he is running a 1 second gap on the field now. Here's the battle between Kibby and Bissell. Kibby running in 5th, getting on the loud pedal. Spinner on the racetrack. That'll be the 60 of Spencer. Spencer able to come back on the racetrack. Puffs of smoke on the racetrack. As here comes the 2-by from up ahead. Leading 26 to make the dive. On the inside line, that's Tim Watson getting it done on Kyle Shepard. Now Shepard slots in behind Kibby. Kibby's trying to consume the high line, but there's a lapper there. That'll be the 60 of Jacob Spencer. And Kibby had to return down low. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Speaking of going down low, here he is down low again, coming out of the final corner. Does he have the momentum and drive? That one done on the 26. Not this time around. Tim Watson is free and clear with his life for the moment. Doors left ajar from Kibby. Not sure if he's just consuming that middle groove this time around, or if that's the fastest way around, or what the deal is, but he's leaving that door open for Kyle Shepard, who keeps on looking at it menacingly, and I think he's frothing at the mouth a little bit. It's a little strange. You can see it from all the way up here in the commentary booth. He's just so excited about that position to gain. Hopefully he doesn't go for it too far back. The 115 definitely not within striking distance on this occasion. Kyle Shepard sitting back and just watching the action unfold up ahead. Kessler, however, double trouble for him. He's down 9 positions, but he sees double because the 1-4 sees the 1-4 right up the road. And Damon Sabo is going to be that driver in the mysterious number 4, if I'm not mistaken. He's looking at Scott Drost, and they're going to touch. The 42 comes down across the apron. That'll be a solo spin for Drost after a touch. I think that was with the actual number 14 of Cody Kessler. Up here, Alan Bergen, for Redline Racing Network. And Tanner Honeycutt, nose to tail. And continuing their bout on this historic run here, the shortest track on the planet. Keeping my eye on the gap for the leader as that does trickle down just a little bit. More puffs of smoke coming up from the racetrack. The driver is wondering what would have happened or what was going on up ahead. There's a 60 of Spencer coming down the apron, and he'll be entering pit road here shortly. Spencer in, Wells is in. And look at this gaggle of trucks. Cars, excuse me. It's getting my series mixed up. Gaggle of Arca cars here. As they chase each other down, the battle still brews. This is Tanner Honeycutt and Alan Bergen. Alan has done a tremendous job, up 5 positions this evening. Trying to make that 6. He battles with Honeycutt, who's down 1. The 547 iRating driver showing his stripes tonight Going the long way around the outside of the 89 gets the move done. Paul Dirk here watches on as the 22 of Colin Swanson, and I think that's going to be the 43 come across traffic. That'll be the 115 of Kyle Shepard. Jonathan Kibbe in the 13 has crashed. What happened here to Kibbe? It looks like this will be a solo spin for the root beer man. He just gets on throttle coming through the restart zone and gets a tank slapper once, gets a tank slapper twice. That'll send him down to pit road, and hopefully he's able to avoid the barrier. No, he is not. And that's why we saw the 13 limping around the racetrack. Cody Deek running in second position in front of Timothy Watson, but hold those horses. Damon Sabo and Alan Bergen are going to go wheel to wheel. Trevor Banks watches on. Brett A. Bay, Jonathan Kibbe is there as well. And I'm surprised Kibbe hasn't had to make a run down pit road yet to repair that damage. That was a huge hit into the barrier. Oh no, and the 89 comes up, and that will bring out the next caution. I think Kibbe's going to be rubbing his hands together on that one because he'll come down and use his fast repair. See if we can get a replay of what happened here. So the 89 may have come up, or the 13 comes down. It's just so hard to split hairs from that angle. Pit stops becoming alive as Biddy, Deke, Watson, Swanson. That's funny. Watson, Swanson, Honeycutt stays out. Dirk, let's just say who stays out rather than who comes in, because that'll be easier. Honeycutt, Banks, Bray, and Dross stay out. Well, Spencer also end up staying out, but they're down multiple laps. Honeycutt now into the lead of this one. Let's check in with the number 10 driver and see what his strategy call is. Hey, Tanner, quickly wanted to check in with you here in the broadcast booth, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Tanner, now that you're running in first, you started back in 11th position. What's the strategy coming into this half of the stage break?
Just try to make it to the next one. Had to use a fast repair early, and there's only 2 extra set of tires that we have for this, so I'm on the same set I started this race with, and I've been kind of tire saving, trying to anyway. So just running low.
Nice. Now, do you have a couple of teammates to help you out there tonight? I can only imagine. Any strategy for them as well?
I'm not sure what Cody's is. He's kind of just going by whatever right now, to be honest, and it's working for him. So,
Right on, right on. Who would you like to shout out or thank tonight, Tanner?
shout out to my awesome teammates and Oath Racing, Red Dragon, Lycan Forged, Ulti, and my family.
Thank you very much, Tanner. Thank you very much at Oath Racing for supporting the Smokin Thunder Arca Rookie Series. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Alrighty.
That was Honeycutt and the Oath Racing organization. And as I said, they are big supporters here in the organization or in the group. It's always great to see them out in troves. I think the first time I ever saw the Oath Racing name was with the great MDW. Let's see if they can pull out the MDW victory, and here comes the 10. Alongside is the 30, Banks and Honeycutt throwing out elbows now. 26, a little too far back, that's Tim Watson from AWR. He did come in on lap 32 with Brandon Biddy alongside him. There goes the 26, looking to the inside line. And so is the 2 of Biddy trying to get things done, making hay while the sun is shining. Biddy finds the inside line on a Honeycutt. Door, a wheel well, anything to get alongside. And there goes Biddy. A little bit of racing room is given from Biddy to Honeycutt, but is it enough on exit? Honeycutt still up there, ready to duke it out. He's not giving up his momentum this early on in the event. 13 to go in the stage. Honeycutt comes down on Biddy, but still leaves him plenty of room to run. Honeycutt, Biddy, wheel to wheel right now. And it's going to be far abreast in the background. Mark Ouellette up against the wall there. Narrowly comes through. Ouellette still in a dicey position. Playing monkey in the middle right now between the 99 and the 14. Biddy finds his way into the lead of this one, leaving Timothy Watson to pick up the pieces on Tanner Honeycutt. Slots right in front. Oh, a little bit of loose on exit for Honeycutt. His old tires are starting to wear on him. Paul Dirk, the next driver to pick up on Honeycutt. Great shots here at Iowa Speedway. Everybody fans out for a position. Going into 3 and 4. Ten takes off around the high side. I think that groove is starting to work there. And look at the gaggle of cars behind Honeycutt. 6 to go in the stage. Ouellette gets a little squirrely. Nearly comes down on Anthony Bissell. Excuse me, on Trevor Banks. And that 30 inside line, but no touching here either. Cheers for the 26 and cheers for the 99 in chat. That'll be Tim Watson and Anthony Bissell, respectively. Out of pit lane comes Brett A. Bay. Just 3 laps left to go in the stage. Banks has to come down pit road as fuel becomes a problem. Timothy Watson up into the lead of this one with 2 to go. And insult to injury, Trevor Banks gets a black flag penalty. That should be it for the stage. Timothy Watson taking the stage points there. With Biddy and Shepard rounding out P2 and P3. There's the caution. Trying to see if we can grab. I'm not seeing him. Timothy Watson from AWR. Maybe we'll talk to Brendan Biddy. Biddy, how's it going? It's Boxy up in the broadcast booth.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not much, not much. Just wanted to check in with you after the stage break. Couldn't find Timothy Watson, so we'll talk to you, our bridesmaid for the stage.
Yeah, I got a little loose there, and he caught me, and wasn't much I could do. My tires are pretty much shot.
What is it around Iowa that causes there to be such dramatic momentum swings here? I mean, one corner mess up or one slight hiccup really seems to ruin runs. Is it just the short track nature, or is it something to do with the tarmac?
I think it's what you just said. I think it's just the how the track is made and designed and everything. And I just sped in pits, so I get to drop to the end. But
oh shoot!
But yeah, I think it's just how the track is. To be honest with you. It's just hard to explain.
Yeah, and it really is a momentum-based track, and you know, it's got this weird resurfacing to it as well throughout the corners. So it's got some unique flavor to it for sure. And just wanted to get your perspective on what's it like as a driver to come to the shortest track on the planet.
Fun.
Right on, Biddy. Anybody you want to shout out or anybody you want to thank tonight?
Just my team and everybody that showed up tonight.
Right on, Biddy. With 22 drivers, you got a lot of thanking to do, brother.
I do, yeah.
Have a good night, sir.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
back at it with Biddy. Unfortunately, hopefully we weren't the cause of him speeding in the pits. I see Bryce York has entered the chat. Talk to pilot of the 15, Bryce York, very quickly. And Bryce York, this is Saugerboxy up in the broadcast booth. How's it going, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
We're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. How about yourself? You know, starting in 15th, currently running in 11th. Let's take a look at the chart there. With 4 in fuel taken last time out, any good hopes, aspiration, or dreams going into the second half of the stage?
I think my biggest thing here is getting on a good strategy. I've had a couple bad races just because taking tires or things at the wrong time. So I'm just hoping that I can finish strong, be on that lead lap, and get a top 10 finish.
Well, it's looking pretty close for you tonight. Who do you want to shout out, or who do you want to thank, Bryce, before we go green?
I want to give a shout out to my boys in my Discord, Devin, Chase, Navaldo, Taylor. Love y'all boys. Ready to race. Let's go.
Good luck to you. Take care.
Thank you.
Green, green, green called and in the air. Bissell, Ranger, Sabo, Shepard are going to take off like rocket ships, but it is Bissell to have the run there. Who's on that outside line trying to stay out of the way? Is that Damon Sabo? No, Sabo's in that marked 1-4. It's the 1-7. Now, who is that? They are in a very precarious situation right now, trying to stay out of the way of trouble, but comes down directly on the 26. Hitting quite squirrely on exit is the 76. Cody Deek makes sweet, tender love with the concrete barrier. And we'll have a couple drivers off, including that 1-7. I believe that will actually be the mystery solved. That'll be Frank Ranger there in the 1-7. He comes up with the 14. Couple drivers making extra stops down pit road now. Sabo, Kassler, Pierce, Deek, Ranger, who was involved in that incident, obviously comes down pit road. Just 55 laps remain here at the quick and furious Iowa Speedway. The Iowa Speedway was co-founded and designed with significant involvement from NASCAR champion Rusty Wallace. When construction began in 2005, the facility opened its doors then in September of 2006. Its D-shaped 7/8 mile layout was created with some of the same short track characteristics that made Richmond Parkway so successful. The track welcomed its first NASCAR National Series races in 2009 with Brad Kolowski winning at the inaugural National Series event and Mike Skinner winning the first Truck Series race. NASCAR then picked up and purchased Iowa Speedway in 2013. Then the venue was history from then on out. It hosted its first Cup race in 2024. Cheers from Tom Wooten, Ratchet, and Catchets in the chat. 26 and the 6 and the 99 respectively getting cheered on. Not seeing Bissell in chat, so he must be in a different Discord. Green, 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 and Bissell controls the field. He comes up on the 115. Kyle Shepard and puts on all the blocks. Shepard tries to retort back to 43, gets a ton of momentum around the outside. Paul Dirk carrying enough speed to tenderize an elephant. He's going to go all the way up into the lead around the outside of Anthony Bissell on the restart. Paul Dirk definitely did his job. Saw the opening and the seas parted for him. Oh, big one in the background. Brendan Biddy involved in that one. What happened to Biddy here? 2, 3 wide. Goes between the 42 and the 13. Comes up on the 13 of Kibby, and the Kibby Biddy drama has taken hold. Drivers having to come down pit road include Paul Dirk, Jonathan Kibby, Ouellette, Biddy, Ranger, and Spencer. Anthony Bissell and the Zip Tie Bandits lead us around behind the pace car. Let's check back in with Bryce York. Things start to go his way here. Hey Bryce, it's Sauger back up in the broadcast booth. Just wanted to catch back up. It seems like your strategy, well, man, oh man, has it worked out in your favor? Look at that run.
Hey man, just trying to keep it clean, avoiding what's going on, but getting those tires at the break, I think really helped, and trying to save out for that last set.
Now, saving out for the last set, you still have a long way to go till the checkered flag falls. How do you keep it calm, cool, and collected to the checkered flag?
I think the biggest thing right now is just trusting my line, not get too involved. I'm up in the top top 3 right now. So don't want to look at the mirror too much. Just want to keep my eyes forward and try to stay driving, stay clean.
Absolutely. Anybody you want to shout out again, Bryce?
I got a shout out this time for In Your House, the wrestling podcast. I help work on it. You can come check us out at www.inyourhouse.com.
That was great. Thank you very much for your support here at Smokin' Thunder, brother. See you soon.
Thank you.
That was Bryce York with us. Yeah, absolutely. Get him into the Discord. Get him in here. Green flag in the air. Bissell. Again in the 115. Kyle Shepard. Colin Swanson. And the Sea Bears leading. Sea Bear, I should mention. There goes Shepard around the outside. Keep your eye on Bryce York in the red, white, and blue machine. He wants a top 10 tonight. But my concern is always plans have a way of unfolding as there comes the 26. Timothy Watson, AWR Racing. Giving the big pinch on the 15. Pass for the lead. Colin Swanson and the Sea Bears. Slingshots his way around Kyle Shepard as Anthony Bissell tumbles down the order. What has gone wrong here? Bissell dropping like a stone. And you know what doesn't float? Stones. Therefore, he is not a witch. Anthony Bissell. Number 99, definitely not a witch. As he sinks like a stone right now up ahead. Possibly floating like a duck. And therefore becoming a witch. Timothy Watson up 3 positions. Dukes it out with Honeycutt. .43 left to go in this race. He's in the DVC. All right, let's go ahead and talk to Bissell. Is that why he dropped like a stone to join Discord? Oh my God. Let's go ahead and talk to Anthony Bissell there. Can I talk to him while he's driving, or is that too inhumane? Caution call. Well, that solves that problem. That solves that problem. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Trying to talk to the zip tie bandit himself. Does he have a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing good, Anthony Bissell. Well, not as good as you look hanging out on that boat there, man. You look pretty comfortable on that boat.
Yeah, I kind of figured this track out a little bit. I know I just lost a bunch of positions. I was trying to get into the waiting room, but hopefully we can get back up there and take that lead back.
You didn't have to do that just because Ratchet and Catchet said that get into the VC. You could have waited till the yellow flag came out, man.
It's all good, man. I'm just here to have some fun, man.
Right on, right on. What's the strategy to get back up to the top spot going into the 6th restart here?
Well, I kind of took an early pit, so I'm going to be facing some gas problems. But I found that if you overdrive the turns and carry that corner speed, I've been gaining a lot of time. So hopefully that'll pay off here in the end.
Yeah, hopefully it does for everybody's sake from the Zip Tie Bandits. You're looking good right now in that number 99. Who made that paint scheme for you, by the way, or is that a custom one for the team?
I did. I do all the custom paint jobs for the Zip Tie Bandits alone. So this was all me.
Very nice looking scheme there. Anybody you want to shout out or anybody you want to thank here?
I just want to thank my teammates. A couple of them couldn't make it tonight, so it's just me and the lone wolf trying to bring home a win.
Right on. Good luck to you, Bissell, tonight And thank you very much for supporting Smokin' Thunder. Hope to see you back next week before the chase begins.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the points lead. I'll be here, man.
Good luck to you, brother. Take care.
Right. Thank you.
That was our good friend Anthony Bissell there. Thank you very much, Ratchet and Catchets, for getting him to join us in the broadcast booth. Always appreciate being able to talk to drivers throughout the race. Gives us a little extra added depth for the field. Looking for Kyle Shepard. I don't see him. Timothy Watson. Don't see Watson from Watson Racing, or AWR, excuse me. Cody D would be the next driver to talk to from Oath Racing. Let's go ahead and talk to Cody if we've got a second to do so. We'll go to the blink cam real quick. Make sure we're not gridded up 2x2. Go hop into the Oath Racing channel and talk to Cody Deek real quick and see how his race is going so far. Cody, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Cody, how's your race running so far? Looks like you're the leading ATH racing car.
Not too bad. I mean, it started off really good. Then we had that caution we got involved in, got aero loose off the corner, saved it, but unfortunately the wreck in front of us, there's just people not using their heads all the way and just pushed us right up into the car that was already against the wall, so I had to come in for a quick repair. But we worked our way back up, and we're going to try to make this thing work.
Absolutely. Any keys to the race for us to keep our eyes on tonight?
As of right now, just be smart and make it to the next caution.
And any shout-outs or thanks you want to give before we go green?
Oath Racing, Ulti Energy, Red Dragon, Lycan Forge 3D, and you up in the booth.
Good luck to you. Take care.
Thank you.
Right into the restart zone. It's green, green, green. And Beatty's back up into the top 10 by the looks of it. Just on the cusp in P9 currently. And there's a big gaggle of cars. And up into the barriers goes the 43. And the 10 of Honeycutt is involved in that one as well. Honeycutt from Oath Racing. Meatball flag for Paul the Old Man Dirk. The 77 up into the barriers. That's Dwayne Pierce. And it's all gone wrong here in Iowa. Leaders coming around are about to run into that traffic. Timothy Watson, Cody Deek, side by side. Across the stripe, it's gonna be Deek working his wheel, but the 47 is causing a little bit of mayhem right up the road for the leaders. The 76 has to pick a line. He doesn't have to any longer as the caution gets called. Brett A. Bay involved in that last one. See if we can get a DRSN replay of what happened to Brett. And it looks like he's all okay. And what happened to Brett here? Oh, he comes right across the 60. Jacob Spencer, who's going slow, and mounts him like two giraffes in the Serengeti. Holy Toledo. And pit lane becomes alive. Drivers who are worried about fuel don't have to worry about it any longer as they get a free pit stop. You're on lap 83 of the 115. Meatballs, meatballs galore. You get a meatball, you get a meatball, everybody gets a meatball. Sharice, you just missed a couple inappropriate jokes that I was making about you. No worries, no worries. My apologies. My apologies. Frank Ranger getting the lucky dog now. Oh, let's go ahead and talk to Colin Swanson real quick. Hey, Colin, it's SoccerBoxx up in the broadcast booth. Wanted to check in with the 22 Raw Machine and see how things are going for you tonight.
Oh, you know, out front for now.
Is there a
I
big
suppose.
asterisk next to that for now?
Yeah, for now. Usually this ain't my luck. I'm not usually up here for a whole long time, so we'll find out.
Any plans to stay out in front, or is it just to keep Kibby behind you for now?
No, I mean I'm gonna work with Kibby. We tend to try to race good with each other, but no, just trying to keep the car straight. These cars are super loose on this track, so keep it straighter the better.
Right on. Having a teammate alongside you to at least defend some opponents behind and work well with you is going to be in your guys' advantage. Is that true, Kibby?
Yes, sir.
Right on, right on. Any shout outs or any thanks you guys want to give tonight?
Jeff and Charisse, if they're in the chat, shout out to them. Shout out to Jordan in the RC booth.
Right
Ski,
on.
he's probably watching.
Absolutely. Yeah. They're all here. They're all watching. Take care, boys. Have a good race, and we'll catch you afterwards.
Thank you.
Here we go. Two Sea Bears alongside each other. What can they do from the front row? Green flag. And they definitely worked well together on that restart, but a little bit of undulation for the 22 allows the 13 to get alongside. They were definitely locked in on their communication for that restart. The 22 slots back in behind Kibby for the lead of the race. It goes Kibby, Swanson, Ouellette. And then Kyle Wells down onto the apron is going to be Paul, the old man Dirk, and Brett A. Bay. Scott Drost, Timothy Watson, wheel to wheel right now. Three wide in the backfield as Cody Deek tries to recover some positions. He slots back in front of Cody Kessler and Damon Sabo. Kyle Shepard weaving around the racetrack more than my knitting grandma. Cuts through the field like butter. Up ahead, the 99 of Bissell. Change for the lead as Colin Swanson gets it back from Biddy. Fast lap pulled out from Swanson with a little help of the draft from Kibby. Timothy Watson finds the new fast lap of the event this last time by as the fuel load comes down, the tires heat up, and the track becomes a little bit more electrified as traffic becomes a thing. Keep your eye on that 115 of Kyle Shepard, but also keep our eye on our friend Bryce York in the red, white, and blue. Driver was looking for a top 10 tonight. Can he keep it? No! He gets clipped once, not twice for Bryce York. And that might be the end of York's run, as he's unable to drive that one home. York's race comes to a bitter end. Colin Swanson, Sabo, Wells, Bergen, York, and Banks all come down pit road. Mark Ouellette's available. Not seeing Ouellette in the chat. Cody Deek, Scott Drust. Where's Dwayne Pierce at? Dwayne Pierce is running 17th. Frank Ranger is running in 10th. Coming out. Bryce York still in the pits after a big hit by a couple of drivers. Definitely taking him out of that lead lap top 10 he was trying to be on towards the end of this one. Tanner Honeycutt being the lucky dog this time by. We'll get the wave around. Back to Watson. AWR. Jonathan Kibbe and the Sea Bears. Where did Bissell end up in the Zip Tie Bandits? He's down in 8th position right now. Still trying to recover from earlier on. Let's take a look at the chart. As he did tumble down the order, trying to get back into the Discord. He has climbed up back a few positions, but it hasn't been a great charge. Up 3 from where he started. Let's see what the Sea Bears to do all by themselves now. Kibbe leads Watson around, but Watson finds the inside. Goes for the move for the lead. Hip check comes out to Kibbe, and a caution is called as I think Bissell falls out of the race. Let's see what happens here to the 99. 2 comes down low, and then comes up. Biddy comes up. Biddy comes back down. So nothing happens there. What happens to Biddy then? No, Biddy's okay. Alan Bergen's okay. Not seeing the causation of the caution. Maybe it was this here? This is Timothy Watson crashing. This is post safety car. Oh, and Watson. What has happened to Timothy Watson? As he is so far ahead of the pace car. What in tarnation? Here we go, side by side for the last 15 laps. What else could you ask for? Here at the Digital Racing Sports Network, live coverage of the Rolling Thunder Arca Rookie Series, brought to you by Brady's Premium Coatings. Every single Wednesday, we go green, green, green at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, of course. And there's the 26 and the leader of the 13 coming together. That will be Watson and Kibby. And a big old meatball for Jonathan Kibby. Crazy restart. Seabears, Colin Swanson, Alan Bergen, Redline Racing. Brendan Biddy from Biddy Family Racing comes in. Kibby comes out now. Drivers settling down, coming down pit road. Bissell gets back onto the lead lap now. Here we go, ready to take the restart in just a few moments. And we'll have just 10 laps left to run, folks. This is going to be a sprint race around the shortest racetrack on the planet. Green, 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 and holy Toledo, Cody Deek is off and leaves everybody wondering what just happened, including myself. Whoa, big wiggle there from Timothy Watson. In the 26, he comes down low, gives a little kiss to the 17. Ouellette stays out of the way. Tanner Honeycutt in the number 10, trying to chop it up like a true NASCAR driver. So is Ouellette on that high groove around the 17, but to no avail. A little graze to the wall as if he's a gazelle on the Serengeti himself. But is he prey or is he foe? Sabo off the track, gonna have a big one himself, but no doing for the caution. He stayed green and clean. The 88 and, excuse me, the 89 and the 80 alongside each other. Whoa, across the stripe. Whoa, there goes the 22 of Colin Swanson. He slingshots himself down low in front of Ouellette, and he finds the groove there. Colin Swanson into the top 10s. He's the 89 up the road. Late pit stop coming in on 102 with 6 to go. What can Colin Swanson do? What about Drost and Shepard? They're going to exchange a little bit of paint, perhaps, per maybe, per chance, per no. On this occasion, the 115 leaves Drost behind. Cody Kessler about 6/10 back with 4 to go. Caught in the middle between Shepard and Deek by quite some margin. Timothy Watson in AWR machinery and colors goes up into P4 in front of the 42. Will there be love lost between drivers as positions are exchanged? A little bit of wiggle there for the 26. He continues to get loose on exit of 1 and 2. There comes Brandon Biddy charging through the field like a rhinoceros. Speaking of, he gets a little slip up as he tries to get one down on Timothy Watson. Believe me, I don't know what's up with the Serengeti references tonight. I don't know myself. I apologize. My apologies. My apologies. 42 in the 115. Try to exchange blows for the last step of the podium. 2 to go, but it will be 1 to go as the leader crosses the line. Cody Deek, the championship contender, the number 76. Nick Shepard and Drost exchange blows and a little bit of paint. Here comes the 26 to the inside. Dive bomb galore. He looks to the 115 of Kyle Shepard. The 42 drags it around the outside. Cody Deek is going to cross the line in P1. Kessler in 2. Shepard in 3rd. Drost in 4th. And Watson in 5th. Further back, Biddy, Rangers, Swanson, Kyle Wells, and Alan Bergen. But for now, it'll be Deek to give us the celebratory donuts. And I think he's going to have a little bit of trouble putting in donuts in the infield now with a little bit of wheel damage. Let's see what he can do. Ah, he's fine. He's fine. Go ahead, enjoy him, Cody, and burn it down. Take a look at those results, shall we? Cody Deek led 15 laps and took the win at the end. Cody Kastler in second, Kyle Shepard in third. Alan Bergen being the hard charger. Biddy with a 38 laps led, but not the one that mattered most. Scott Dross came home in fourth. Timothy Watson, then Brendan Biddy, Frank Ranger, Colin Swanson, Kyle Walls, and Alan Bergen. Following that, Mark Ouellette, Anthony Bissell, Damon Sabo, Jonathan Kibbe, Bryce York, Dwayne Pierce, Tanner Honeycutt, Trevor Banks, Brett A. Bay, and Jacob Spencer round out the top 20. Over to 21 for Paul Dirk, Kenneth Brown, and Cody Baumeister rounding out the 23 drivers. Let's get to talking to our drivers here in just a minute. We're waiting for them to get queued up in the broadcast waiting room. Cody Deek is ready to talk to us. Let's go ahead and talk to Deek. Deek took the victory here today. Deek, how were you able to pull it off at the end of the day? You were driving yourself a little crazy and you sounded a little unsure of things, but at the end of the night, you're able to come out on top.
I mean, to be honest, I'll be completely honest. I was not planning on racing tonight. I was not a track for me. I do not like it. But with practice, working with Tanner and Alan in there, I mean, I was pretty confident we had a good strategy going, which at the end of the day, it paid off as this is our first win with Smokin Thunder. So it's pretty exciting. But for it to be at Iowa, of all tracks, is what blows my mind.
Now, it sounds like things weren't going your way early on in this event, but I mean, you were able to definitely stitch it together. Now, what were some of your concerns and what eventually ended up going right for you?
I mean, concerns wise, I mean, once we kind of got into the lead, my only concern was a yellow flag. I mean, I caught him sleeping on that restart. I'm not sure if he was wrong gear, maybe, because that's usually not like him to be that behind, but he was catching me there at the end, so I was wanting the green to stay out. I mean, it everything just kind of fell perfectly into place. I figured the worst comes to shove, we were leaving Iowa with the second place, but I'll never count out a victory.
Absolutely true. Now, I mean, couple keys to the race for me tonight were momentum based and staying on the lead lap. You were able to pull those two tremendous keys out, and then obviously the restart being huge in your favor, really giving you those dividends. But I want to take a look at this real quick. I want to show a chart. Holy Toledo, look at that climb back from, what is that, P18 on the grid, a low of P17 all the way up to P1. What was your gut feeling when things weren't going right for you, when you had to take those repairs under caution?
I mean, I was upset in the moment. I tried not letting my anger get to me, because when you let your anger get to you, that's when I typically start really messing up. And been trying to practice being more level-headed. I think practicing that more than I am on the track. So I mean, just staying cool under that pressure, and then just kind of being patient when working back through the field. It was kind of actually relaxing tonight. As much as I wasn't a fan of the track, it was actually relaxing trying to find those gaps, know when to shoot, know when to wait, knowing who you're around and what you can do around them. It was actually a pretty relaxing drive.
Definitely seemed like one of the most calmer races we've had here at Smokin' Thunder. And as we head into the chase, any shout outs or thanks you want to give?
I want to give a shout out to Oath Racing, Smokin' Thunder, you guys up in the booth. Lycan Forge 3D, Ulti Energy, Red Dragon, and then crazy one, but I'm running the Obsession car, and my first race back from Chicago after meeting Megan Lawless, who played Sarah, is a win. So I might have to give Megan Lawless a shout out as well.
Crazy shout out. Crazy one indeed. Well, hello, Megan, if you're watching. Hello, ladies. And anyways, moving swiftly on. Cody Deek, have a great night and stay safe out there.
You too, buddy.
And that's just goes for all you ladies out there, not just for Megan Lawless. Oh my goodness. With that being said, folks, thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for staying tuned. It's been a pleasure to take you from green to checkered flag. As always, I've been your host, AdminBoxx, on behalf of the Digital Racing Sports Network, on behalf of Smokin' Thunder Arca Rookie Series. We want to give our big gratitude and thanks to everybody watching live now or in the future. Make sure you stay tuned, because next week we are headed to New Hampshire for 100 laps of running. Stay tuned as we have more racing action here on the Digital Racing Sports Network week after week. Have a great night, everybody, and most importantly, make sure you stay safe out there. Goodbye for now.